Okay, we're now recording. I want to say officially welcome to the session for tonight. Like I already said, we're going to look at root cause analysis. So we can move on to our project. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what is root cause analysis in business analysis? So many of us, we must have heard about root cause analysis so many times. Okay. Root cause analysis is a problem-solving technique used to identify the underlying causes of problems rather than simply addressing the symptoms. It helps in preventing the reoccurrence of the issue by addressing the root cause. So it's very clear. Instead of perambulating, trying to solve the problem from the surface, let's go down the roots and get it sorted once and for all. That's what root cause analysis is saying. So we're not going to waste time. Let's go to a step-by-step guide on trying to get or use root cause analysis. The first thing is to define the problem. Clearly state problem you are trying to solve. Example, orders on an e-commerce platform are frequently delayed. So this can be a problem. Whenever there is order is being delayed, it's a big problem for those running e-commerce. So you must state the problem clearly. And then you collect data, gather information, that is requirement gathering, gather information and evidence related to the problem to understand the scope and the impact. Collected data, example, collect data on delayed order, including customer complaint, delivery record, and vendor timeline. These are some of the data in this kind of scenario. Identify possible causes of the problems. Here's what we called why, 5 whys. You can use it in both, can come in fishbone diagram, or it can equally come just on its own. We're going to talk about simply capture a fishbone diagram. So use the brainstorming techniques or tools like why, or fishbone diagram to explore all causes. Example of 5 whys. Why are orders delayed? Because vendors are not processing them on time. Why are vendors slow in processing? Because they are not receiving order notification properly. Why are notification delayed? Because the notification system is experiencing technical glitch. You have to continue to dig down. You ask a question, you answer it till you get to the point that there is no more question to be asked. So why is the system experiencing technical glitch? This is the fourth why. You have to keep digging down, digging down, That's what called why. Keep asking why. Number 4, determine the root cause. Analyze the identified causes and determine the root cause by looking for the most fundamental issue. Example, the root cause could be unreliable notification system. It could be we are using, yes, all this notification we are getting from all these applications we are using. So many of them are third-party application. So it might be that the application that is integrated with the e-commerce platform to be sending notification is not reliable. If that's the case, then it means you have to change the notification system operator. Okay. Once you have identified the root cause of the problem, then you develop solution. Once the root cause is identified, propose and implement a solution to prevent the issue from reoccurring. Example, upgrade or fix the notification system to ensure timely order processing by vendors. And then implement and monitor. Apply the solution and continuously monitor the system to ensure the problem does not occur again, such as track vendor processing time after the system upgrade to ensure improvement. So you see these steps or guide. If you want to perform a root cause analysis, you can apply this scenario, or just sequentially, it will give you a very good result. We've seen how we have been using gap analysis. During gap analysis, we did as is, we analyzed the current process, the future process, the gap within the current process and the future process. We'll try to understand various gaps, areas of improvement within the current process. We use gap analysis. It's the same analysis. You can equally use root cause analysis when you have a problem by following this guide. So as a BA at this level, if you can master gap analysis, master root cause analysis, then you are good to go. Even if you master only gap analysis, is good, but you find that most cases you either use root cause analysis or you use gap analysis. At times you can find a situation where you can even combine both of them. So in root cause analysis, we have different tools or techniques within root cause analysis. Like when I'm presenting, you see here we have a tool called 5 Whys. That is why. That is number one technique. Another one is called fishbone diagram. These are two common tools commonly used during root cause analysis. So we've captured why very briefly. Let's look at fishbone diagram. This is what we call a fishbone diagram. A fishbone diagram, we call it a fishbone diagram because it has the structure of a fish bone. If you bring a fish, remove all the meat in the fish, you see that this is how it's looking, the bone. This is the head. The head in fishbone diagram is always the problem. So here in fishbone diagram, we capture the problem at the head, and then we have, these are the wings, we call it causes of the problem. Another name for this is cause and effect. You know, all these causes, the effect is this problem. And in all these causes, we have other factors that are contributing to the major cause of the problem. So let's look at the way we can understand this better. This is if you draw the diagram, we can use draw.io to capture fishbone diagram in this format. We can use Visio as well. So let's see how this fishbone diagram, that is 6 M's of fishbone diagram. In the fishbone diagram, the head is always the problem. And you see here is low customer satisfaction. That is the problem. And then the main causes of the problem, main causes, is captured as manpower. It can be, these are factors that can contribute to the cause. It can come as manpower, it can come as the method, it can come as machine or equipment, it can come as material, it can come as a environmental factor, which is mother nature. We call it mother nature under M's. We call it, another one is measurement. So this is how a fishbone diagram can be captured under various factors or under the major categories. You see here, in this example here, we are talking about there is increase in invoice error, meaning that every invoice, we are detecting error in every invoice. So, and we want to understand why we keep on having errors, mutilation in most of our invoices. Why? So, to solve this problem, we apply what we call fishbone diagram. This is a problem we want to use root cause analysis to solve this problem, and we are using fishbone diagram in root cause analysis to solve this problem. So we have captured the problem here, which is the head of the fish, is increased invoice error. Then under method, which is a major cause, we can now capture, what do we capture under method here? You see that combustion process. The method is combustion. Another one is manual data entry. These are two items we capture under method that can lead to increase in error. Then we come to man. This is the method you are using. It's a combustion and is manual data entry. That is a method. Then man, this is under human resources, or human or man, or staff or labor you are using. So the means this is the data invoice processor or the data entry operator. It can be anybody, but this is the man. Who are those? You see here, under the people working here, what could be the problem is low morale. The staff doing this job have low morale. Could be they are owing the staff. Could be the pay is poor, but the staff is not motivated. That could be number one, that causing a lot of errors in his or her job. Another one is increased workload. It could be that this person is have too much workload, is under pressure. Another one could be poor technical support. Could be this staff is not supported technically very well. We've captured what could be the potential cause of increased error under these two factors or method. This is the main cause under these two main causes called method and man. Then we have equipment. Equipment is equal called machine. Under this equipment or machine, we have number one is inadequate printer. Another one is incompatible system. Another one is system not integrated. That could be another potential causes of increased invoice error under this equipment or machine. Then we have measure. Under measure, we could have another one called poor system audit. This could be another cause under this measure. Then we have materials. Under materials, what could be the potential cause of increased invoice error? We have poor paper quality. Another one is delay paper supply. Then environment. Another environment is number one is poor ergonomics. And another one is noisy office. So you see how this system carefully captured what could be the potential cause of this error. And once this have helped us to capture everything we need to solve this problem, by the time we sit down and analyze, we can just pinpoint where the problem lies from all these potential cause. And once that is done, the problem is solved. So that is it here. You see, that is the 6 main causes: manpower, method, machine or equipment, material, mother earth or environment or measurement. So we are applying this to low customer satisfaction we've been talking about. And then under sub, that is minor causes, we have under manpower, lack of training, poor communication, high turnover. Under method, insufficient process, poor coordination, and lack of standardization. Under machine, we have technology glitch, app crashes, and low load time. And then under material, poor quality ingredients, insufficient supply, food safety issue. Then under nature, Mother Nature, we have, that is the environment, natural disaster, extreme weather condition. And then under measurement, we have inaccurate delivery time tracking, poor customer feedback collection, and ineffective performance metrics. So looking at this, we can pinpoint, after a thorough brainstorming, you find out that the problem cannot be far from all these items here listed. The problem must be buried within this. We've done a thorough brainstorming, capture everything. This will make sure that we are leaving nothing, we are leaving no stone unturned in trying to unravel the root cause of the problem while we're having poor customer satisfaction. So, and this could be points down to poor integration between logistics and local partner. So the solution is to improve coordination between logistics and local delivery service by establishing contracts with trusted partners and integrating them into the platform system. And with that, you see that the so much complaint being got from the customers. They are not happy. They are still waiting for their delivery. A lot of us know that some of the problem, most of the e-commerce platform, all these customers, once they place order, some people are very impatient. They will continue to look at their tracking, the waiting. I have not seen my order. It's taking too long to deliver. So these are things. And some of these are around delivery services. You have delivery services, good delivery service, and delivery men or partners. So this is according to this we use that as a case study. Within this, our case study e-commerce application. So this is how a fishbone diagram can be applied to a system and use it to solve a problem in a project. So as a business analyst, now you have the potential to use root cause analysis or use gap analysis. For now, we have other methods, so many so many advanced business analysis. But for now, these two are the most commonest used in the industry, and to get to know them very well will help you to get started very well. So now I've captured a lecture note about fishbone diagram. So this is about fishbone diagram, and I will leave you to read up these lecture notes about fishbone diagram. So that is what I plan to do. And what I'm going to do is to see how we can use something like draw.io to draw this kind of diagram, this fishbone diagram. So, which I'll be requesting you to do that as well. So we're going to use this data from I captured this from the project we're planning to start with a team we're starting, which is Food Track Co-expansion. So that's where I captured these case studies. And so this is where the problem is having Food Track Co-expansion. We're having one of the challenges within the project is that low customer satisfaction, and we're trying to solve that using 6Ms in fishbone diagram. So this is not NIARA scenario. This is FoodTrackO scenario. I use gap analysis. I use gap analysis in NIARAs. I want to use FoodTrackO in this so that you won't get confused about where this is coming from. So this way, where we adopted this particular problem. So by now, all of us must have known how to use Draw.io. If you don't know how to use Draw.io, Lucidcharts, or Visio at this point, then you are on your own, because we passed that stage long ago. So you can see I'm trying to create a fishbone. That is what I'm doing, so that you won't say that you don't know how to do that. It's very simple. So just a diagram. And this is the problem. And we duplicate this, and again we duplicate it again, and again, and again, and again. So this come down here, see, I'm beginning to get my own fishbone gradually. That's it, fishbone. Okay, importing data to Fishbone. Let's see. This is the main course. The head here is low customer satisfaction in food travel. That is it. The main problem they are facing. And then we have 6 potential causes of this. And number 1 here is manpower, method, machine. Okay. This, let's say this is let's say no, I want to write it at the extreme here. Have method, and here we have manpower, and we have here we have machine, we have material, we have here measure, and then we have Mother Earth. So we've captured all the major causes, and then the next thing is to start adding okay, we've identified this. So under this, what could be the potential cause? Under method, let's go to method. Under method, we have inefficient process. That is let's get this first. Okay, so efficient inefficient process. That's one. Then two is poor coordination. Can use this as well. I'll just use the one I've used before. For coordination and say poor standardization. That's lack of standardization. Lack of standardization. So, and Okay, that is it. I've done this one and I've shown you how to do everything here. So your assignment is to finish this work. So I believe we can do it.
Yes, sir.
Who among us cannot complete this work for us? Let's see. Or if you have any question, you can raise your question. So we are trying to use fishbone diagram to brainstorm the root cause of low customer satisfaction in FoodTrackr. That is what we are doing. We are using fishbone diagram, which is a tool in root cause analysis. So we want to get to the root cause. Whatever the problem might be, it cannot be out of this environment. The problem must be hidden within the environment. And we want to bring out everything. Everything. Everybody, just like you are looking for a fugitive in a community, want to bring everybody out, search the whole house, everything. So that is what we're like doing here using fishbone diagram. Could it be the method we are using is not good? Okay, what are the method? What area do we have challenges within the method? We list them. Or could it be the machine we are using is not good enough? Then what are the areas do we think within the machine could this be? Or could it be from the material? We look at the material. Or could it be environmental factor? That is Mother Earth. Or could it be measurement like regulatory or whatever? What is it? We look at all the regulatory measures were in place. Or is it the manpower? That is labor. Like as we've seen under labor, low morale can be a big issue. Inexperience, lack of proper training. This could be. So by the time we do brainstorming, just like here we see, we've seen in this place, during our brainstorming, this is captured. The system is just doing Shakara loading. So, you see, under manpower, lack of training, poor communication, high turnover, this could be, that is man. Then under method, under machine, this could be potential, under material, poor quality ingredients that we're talking about FoodTrackr, is food, cooked food. It could be that the food, the vendors that supplies the food, it could be from the quality of food they supply, poor quality ingredients, inconsistent supply, they don't supply on time, food safety issue, or is it natural disaster or extreme weather condition, or could it be measurement, inaccurate delivery time for the delivery drivers, riders, or poor customer feedback or inefficient performance? So by the time all these things are being, before we know it, we pin it down to a particular place. And looking at this, you see that is poor integration between logistics and delivery partners. So it means it should be between the logistics, inaccurate tracking, or so. And To do that, improve coordination between logistics and the delivery service to establish contacts with trusted partners and integrating them into the platform. So you see here, another is inconsistent supply. By the time we look at all this, our method, we find out that it could be within any of these why the customers are not happy. So that is how you use fishbone diagram to do that. And to help us understand fishbone diagram very well, this is another lesson, this thing for us, is a one-page document, which when I upload this lecture notes, I'll try to upload it by tomorrow. You should be able to download it, go through it, and understand like advantages of fishbone diagram, limitation of fishbone diagram, what main categories and subcategories in a fishbone diagram. And yeah, so this will help us to really master root cause analysis using fishbone diagram. That is, we have have another thing, why again, using why in root cause analysis. You look at this scenario, the problem here, if we want to use why, not fishbone diagram, we're looking at this scenario. The problem is I have just got caught speeding by a speed camera. That is the problem. And assume the cause. I drove fast because I was late for work. So you have been given a ticket by the speed camera operatives. You'll be given a ticket, and you want to know why they give you a ticket. You drove fast because you are late at work. Why are you late at work? Because you got up late. Why did you got up late? Because your alarm clock didn't work. Why the alarm didn't work? Because the batteries were flat. Why the batteries were flat? Because you forgot to replace them. And what do you do at this point? You go and buy a new battery and put in your alarm clock so that, and make sure that you check, make sure that the battery don't get flat. Because anytime the battery gets flat, you are likely to get another ticket from the speed because you'll be late and you'll be running fast. So this is the assumed cause, possible causes. This is the major cause. These are possible causes leading to the major cause, and this is the root cause. You see how we use why. We've seen how we use a fishbone, and this is approach to use why. This is how you can drill down to why. With the why, with your team, you have to be specific about the problem. Ask why the problem occur. Write the answer down below the problem. Ask why again, why the generated answer, and write the problem. You keep on asking why until there is no more why to ask, and that is very simple. It's been a very good way to do that. We have another scenario in why here. This is it. The problem here is customer complain about the delay delayed test result at the laboratory. So why are the customer complaining? You know, customer complain a lot these days in everything. Why? Because our laboratory has too much workload. Why does the laboratory have too much workload? Because more requests for COVID-19 testing continue to come in. So they are under pressure. So why? Why is more people coming for tests? Because more people need to be tested for the virus. Why is more people need to be tested for the virus? Because the country is facing a new wave of COVID-19 virus. So you see, this is the why they're under pressure. You can see because of is caused by that is why the test result is being delayed, because they have pressure. They cannot cope. And what should be the action here? Action here, hire more medical staff to help with COVID-19 testing. And once that is done, you find out that it's going to cushion this effect. Customers complaining and complaining and complaining. So that's how you can use YYY in this scenario. So we have different scenarios where we use YYY, where we use a fishbone diagram, and that's it. So if you don't know how to use YYY, you can use fishbone diagram. If you don't know how to use fishbone diagram, you can use YYY. If you can use both of them, you will become more pro. If you don't know how to use root cause analysis, you can use gap analysis. If you don't know how to use gap analysis, you can use root cause analysis. If you combine both gap analysis, if you have good knowledge of both of them and how to apply it, you become a pro. So that's it. And this is where we are going to bring this to the end for tonight. So if you have question, you raise up your hand, ask your question. You have to, you know, I created this halfway. So you have to go finish up creating this fishbone diagram. I will download the one created and I'll add it in the lecture notes. So that's what I'm going to do now. The half job I did, because you guys are going to help me to finish it up. So this is what I've done. And yeah, so this is what I've done. I need it completed. We'll see, we'll have material, we'll have machine, we need to fill them up just the way I captured this one. So that is your homework. And I will go down here to export this, go to export PNG, export, and download here. So, okay, I will have to bring it to the lesson notes so that by the time you see it and finish it up, Onyekwa. Okay. So I'll put it here so that you can see what you need to do very clearly. And insert. So this is, help me fill up the other part of the root cause a fishbone diagram, and you submit. We're going to, I said I'm going to create a group in Facebook where we'll be submitting all this. That's how we used to do it. And what happened is that because of Nearas, we created a group in Nearas and we couldn't create this thing. So we have to be submitting, like whoever finished the other one, the map we've done, we still need to submit the process map, and this one as well. All these diagrams, they are very important. You can create all these diagrams, they are very good. You can, these are some of the things you need to be capturing in your portfolio in Upwork. Show the work you've done, showing that if you can showcase skills, you can do some of this, mean you can solve a problem very well using the right techniques and tools, not just putting it in your CV or in your portfolio. You can do this, you can do that, and you are not showing any work, any way that you can do. You showed what you've done, and it's going to make a lot of sense, you know. So yeah. Well, for Alex.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for this important information this evening. I appreciate it. I just want to ask a question on the fishbone diagram. When addressing issues in organization, and I want to use this fishbone diagram. I want to ask if it is compulsory that I must use all the 6 M's before I get to the root of the problem.
No, you must not. You can use 2M, you can use 4M, but you see all of them are M's. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So you cannot, I'm just trying to make sure that we explore all the, it can even be some can add even 7M. 7th M can be maintenance. A problem could be out of lack of maintenance. Are you getting it? So
yes, sir.
These are M's, so many M's involved. I think it's up to 8 M's. So, but 2 M's can help you solve the problem. 3 M's, but you must be captured in this way. You must, your problem, what they are trying to tell you that this is where your problem, they are not telling you exactly that this is, but they are telling you that your problem is buried somewhere here. So try to look for your problem within this environment. By the time you go to the method you are using to do your work, it could be. Another one, it could be manpower. It could be that your workers are not happy. It could be they are not skilled enough. It could be one thing or the other. It could be machine you are using is faulty or is outdated. It could be the materials. insufficient, you can see in this case, insufficient ingredients. The vendors are not using, so if they are, the food they are receiving might not be tasting good enough. It might be nature. It could be that at this rainy season, there's so much rain. When you order food, the delivery persons, there is rain, they cannot go out to pick because it's very rainy. Like for instance, some of those people living in Lekki and VI who want to live soft life, they will always place order for their food, forgetting that it's rainy season and the Lekki and the area is flooded area. Or they will just be at home thinking at every place. But you don't know what the logistic people are passing through, trying to get the food to your comfort zone where you eat it. It could be such, Mother Earth or environmental factors. So, meaning that your problem could, by the time you explore this, but in the process and you identify your problem within the 2 M's, then that's good and fine.
Okay, thank you, sir. So will it be professional if you now leave the other M's blank?
No, if you don't use the M, any M you don't use, don't capture it. For instance, if you are using 2 M's, or if you are using 4 M's, if you don't want to use Mother Earth, make sure you don't capture it in your diagram. If you are not using material, make sure you don't capture it in your diagram. Which any of these M we are using to solve your problem are the one you are going to capture. Not like the way I capture this, and it's not, you see here, it look, so that is the point. To make your work look more professional. It's not that like this, I've captured this and I think this is where my problem lies, and I live in, nobody is going to come here to query me. But we are looking at a professional work which is going to be presentable. You don't know how far your work is going to go once it's out of your hand. It can be shared and shared and shared and shared to millions of people looking at your work. So that's why your work needs to be professional. And that is going, that's how you might be selling yourself in the organization. If it's not good enough, that is how you have been disgracing yourself in the organization, because so many people must have seen your work. That's why your work must be very professional.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. So that is it for tonight. Like I said, we are coming to the, we are going to start a new project very soon. And it's going to be an ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning project. So you get ready, because it's going to be a bit overwhelming, juggling from expansion project to ERP project. It's going to be tough, but if we need to meet with our timeline, we have to start at this point. So if you don't have any more questions, then I'll have to take my leave here. And like I said, I promise, because of this assignment, you need to be, I have to work, hard to upload this as soon as I can so that you can start your work. Try to do this. I will create, by tomorrow, I will have a lot of things on my table. I'll try to create a WhatsApp group so that you people can start submitting your work there, so that we can start reviewing it. And yeah, so, and again, for those that are in Upwork, any of these deliverable we do, try to do your own very well and put it in your portfolio. That's how to build your portfolio. And good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.